The kid's tablet that recorded by itself. It started with a sound, not a scream, not even a voice, just a soft click, like a camera shutter, and then silence. The video was 47 seconds long. No title, no timestamp, just a thumbnail showing a dark hallway, barely lit by the glow of a nightlight shaped like a cartoon starfish. Kara blinked at the screen. Her son's tablet had been lying on the kitchen counter all night. The battery was at 4%. She almost didn't open the video. She should have listened to that instinct. The footage began abruptly handheld, shaky, like someone small was holding the tablet. But the camera wasn't facing outward. It was in selfie mode. And in the reflection of the hallway mirror, you could clearly see the child's face, Liam. Age 6, standing still, tablet held low. His eyes weren't blinking. His mouth wasn't moving. But someone or something whispered just out of frame, "Closer now." Then the camera turned slowly, panned toward Kara's bedroom door. The hallway was dark, the door slightly open. In the corner of the screen, the face of her sleeping child never moved, but something behind the door did. A faint silhouette, too tall, too thin. It leaned forward, just enough for the glow from the tablet to catch it. And then, the video cut to black. Kara sat frozen at the table. The TV in the living room was still playing cartoons. Liam sat cross-legged on the carpet, chewing dry cereal, eyes glued to the screen. She clutched the tablet tighter, opened the gallery. There were 12 videos, none of them titled. All recorded between 2:40, 1, and 3:12 a.m. All when everyone in the house should have been asleep. She tapped the second video. This time it started with Liam's voice. Drowsy, distant. "Mommy? Are you awake? She's sleeping. She doesn't see us yet." That second voice. Not his. Too deep. Too calm. And then the camera tilted, showing Kara's bedroom from the hallway exactly as she remembered it, except she wasn't in the bed. It was empty. Just the sheets moving, like someone had just gotten up, or like someone invisible was still lying there. The tablet was supposed to be off. Kara had shut it down herself, held the button, watched the screen fade to black, placed it inside the kitchen drawer, closed it, walked away. But when she came back 10 minutes later, drawn by a faint, almost insect-like click, the drawer was slightly open, and the tablet was on the floor, recording. The screen showed a live image of the kitchen floor. Tilted, crooked, the same drawer partially open in the background. She picked it up with trembling hands. The timer said 08:21, 08:22, 08:23, still recording. No app was open, no one had touched it. And in the background of the footage, her feet walked into frame, but she hadn't moved yet. The recording was showing her seconds before she arrived. She ended the video manually, but the file stayed open, frozen on the final frame. A close-up of the corner by the refrigerator where the mop bucket sat. Only now, in the image, something pale was visible in the shadows. Not a face, just a sliver of skin, a finger, pressed to the floor as if holding balance or reaching. Kara looked at the corner in real life. Nothing there, but the mop water was rippling, like something had just moved through it. She checked the gallery again. There was a new folder now. Not in Liam's apps, not anywhere on the main storage. She found it by accident, hidden in the Android cache camera temp system. It was labeled Order Log. Inside were dozens of video files, each one named with a timestamp and a single word. Liam, wakes, mother, moves, door, opens, it, approaches, she forgets, and then a final one. Future timestamp, tomorrow. 3:19 a.m. File name, we enter. Kara didn't sleep that night. She put the tablet in a metal lockbox, wrapped it in foil, and slid it under the bed. Liam slept peacefully. Too peacefully. He didn't stir once. At 3:19 a.m., Kara sat upright in bed, holding her breath. Nothing. Only silence, until her phone buzzed. One notification. From the gallery app she hadn't opened. New video saved. We enter. MP4. She stared at the screen. Didn't press it. Didn't open it. But from beneath the bed, she heard the tablet click to life. The next morning, Kara did what any terrified parent would do. She took the tablet to the backyard, placed it on a cinder block, poured lighter fluid over it, lit a match. The flames hissed and curled, plastic melting into toxic smoke. She watched it burn to black, watched until nothing was left but charred glass and warped circuitry. Only then did she allow herself to breathe. That night, Liam asked for his tablet. She froze. He'd barely touched it in the past week. He hadn't even asked about the videos. Now, he looked at her with blank curiosity, as if she'd hidden a toy, not a nightmare. "It's broken," she said softly. He didn't cry. He just stared at her and said, "That wasn't mine." Later, as she loaded laundry into the machine, her phone buzzed. Notification from the Photos app. One new item saved. We enter. Recovered. She didn't open it. Didn't touch the phone. But the preview image popped up on the lock screen anyway. It was a still from the hallway. Same timestamp, 3:19 a.m. Same camera angle, but this time, she wasn't in the bed. She was standing in the doorway, face tilted toward the camera, eyes black, mouth too wide, and behind her, Liam. Except not Liam. Same pajamas, same height, but the shape of the head off, the hairline too high, the smile too old, like the skin had been borrowed. She opened the full video. It began in the dark, silent. Then the voice. "This is the right face now." Followed by static. Then an image of her living room. Family photos hanging on the wall, except they had changed. In every frame, her and Liam were replaced by blurred figures. Familiar, but not theirs. As if the house still remembered them, but only by approximation. One still image showed Kara sleeping on the couch. She recognized the blanket, the lamp, the book on her chest. But she hadn't slept on the couch in months. She ran to the living room. Everything was there, exactly as in the video. Same blanket, same lamp, same book. She backed away slowly, into the hallway, paused, looked at the mirror near Liam's room. There were two reflections. Both of her. One blinking, the other still. Kara didn't sleep that night. She sat in the hallway, back to the wall, facing Liam's door. The tablet was gone. Burned, melted. Ashes still sat in the backyard she'd checked twice. And yet, the house felt full of screens. Every reflection, every black surface. Her own phone turned on by itself 3 times, always to the gallery. No new photos, just one looping file. We enter. MP4 length. 0:0:0 thumbnail. Blank. But when she tapped it, it played. Every time, something different. The first time, the kitchen. Except the floorboards weren't the same. They were older, water damaged. The wallpaper was yellowed, cracked. A woman stood by the sink. Not Kara, but wearing her robe. Face in shadow, whispering, "I never let them see the roots. I only buried the bones." Then the video cut. Second playback. A crib. Not Liam's. Wooden, splintered. In the corner, a baby. Silent. Watching the ceiling. But the eyes too black. Too dry. From behind the camera, a voice whispered, "This is before the floor. Before the walls. Before they were yours." Kara dropped the phone. Screen cracked. Battery at 4%, it had been full. She grabbed Liam from his bed, held him tight, and said only, "We're leaving." At the motel that night, Liam sat in bed, drawing. Paper, crayons, nothing digital. Kara finally slept too exhausted to resist. At 3:19 a.m., she woke. Not to a noise, to a screen glow. Her motel room TV unplugged was on. A paused frame. Liam, sitting in his bed. But not from above, from eye level. as if someone had filmed him from just outside the frame, as if someone had been in the room. Kara stood slowly. No phone nearby, no tablet, no device of any kind. But the screen unpaused on its own. Now it showed her asleep in bed. Same covers, same pillow. Behind her, a shape stood in the dark, unmoving, hands by its side. Its head was bent in the exact way Liam's had been in the earlier recordings. And in the corner of the screen, flashing softly in red, recording in progress. They didn't go home for 3 days. Kara left her phone behind. Paid cash, no location apps, no electronics. But wherever they stayed, it followed. In hotel mirrors, her reflection blinked before she did. On static-filled lobby TVs, she sometimes saw the back of her head. And one night, in a gas station bathroom, the soap dispenser whispered, "We still remember the order. She wakes, then he sees, then we enter." On the 4th morning, Kara had no choice. She needed Liam's asthma inhaler. It was at the house. They returned just before noon. Sunlight was sharp, unfriendly. The house looked normal. Too normal. Like it had reset. Inside, everything was as they'd left it. Dishes in the sink. Shoes by the door. But every reflective surface was off. Too dark. Too deep. Not just mirrors the oven window, the black marble on the kitchen counter, the unplugged TV. All of them pulsing softly. When Kara looked closer, each showed a different moment. The bathroom mirror showed her brushing her teeth, but she wasn't wearing the same clothes. The microwave door showed Liam as a toddler, crying. The television, still unplugged, played footage from her dreams. The tablet was gone. But the house itself had become a recorder. She tested it. Walked through the hall, looked into the toaster's chrome. It showed her standing still. A second behind, then half a second ahead. Then not her at all. Just something shaped like her mouth open wide, like mid-scream. That night, she took Liam into her room, locked the door, pushed a dresser in front of it. He asked if the screen people could get through doors. She didn't answer. He said, "One of them already lives in the closet. It just pretends not to breathe when we look." At 3:19 a.m., she woke to silence. Her bedroom window, fully reflective, showed the room behind her. In the reflection, Liam, still sleeping. Her, still sitting upright. And someone else, kneeling beside her bed, face too long. Fingers pressed gently against the side of her head, as if listening. The reflection smiled. Kara turned fast, but nothing was there. Just the sound of a soft, digital click, like a camera finishing a recording. She turned back to the window. It was blank. No reflection. Just the red, blinking dot in the center of the glass. Recording. Or me. Kara sat in the hallway the next morning, staring at the blank TV. Not unplugged now. Just off. But she could feel it watching. Liam played in his room, silent, drawing the same thing over and over. A rectangle, with an eye in the center. She asked what it was. He said, "It's the window. The one that looks back." She said, "You mean the tablet?" He paused, then shook his head slowly. "No, before that." She opened a drawer in the kitchen, digging for old receipts, manuals, anything. Found the box the tablet had come in. Dusty, sealed, still shrink-wrapped, still unopened. She stared at it. Frozen. She had memories, clear ones, of giving it to Liam on his birthday. Setting it up, installing apps. She remembered. But it hadn't happened. Not in this version. She took the box to the garage. Sat on the concrete floor. Opened it. The tablet was inside. Cold. Off. Battery removed. But still, the screen lit up when she touched it. A message appeared. Playback resumed. File. Home. Entry first. Opening. It opened automatically. The video showed a crib. Years ago, Liam, barely 6 months old, lying quietly. No camera was in the room. No one holding the device. But it was recording from just above the ceiling fan. Like the house itself had leaned down, watching, waiting. Then, in the corner of the frame, a face appeared. Not Kara's, not human, too long, too thin, a vertical line where the mouth should be. It pressed something into the wall beside the crib, then disappeared. And the video ended. Kara stood slowly, heart in her throat. She went back to Liam's room, checked the spot from the video, just above the crib behind a painting of stars and clouds. She took it down. The wall looked smooth, but when she pressed her hand to it, it clicked, and a section popped open. Inside, embedded deep in the drywall, a tiny lens, blinking red. Still warm, still on. She staggered back, almost dropped the tablet. The screen now displayed the gallery. Only one folder. You! Inside were thousands of clips, all from her life. Moments she remembered. Moments she never lived. Moments that hadn't happened yet. She backed into the hallway. All the screens in the house turned on at once. TV, microwave, fridge panel, even Liam's old toy robot in the closet, all playing the same thing. Her, standing in the hallway. Now, real time. Only in the video she wasn't alone. There was something behind her. They ran. No bags, no phones, no tablet. Just Liam in her arms and keys in her fist, metal-biting skin. The front door slammed behind them. No alarm, no lights. Just the steady whir of something electronic winding down inside the walls. Kara didn't look back. The neighborhood was dark. Too dark for 9:00 p.m. Streetlights were off. But every house had at least one window glowing, all of them facing her. She walked fast, head down, Liam clinging to her side. The tablet was gone, but the air felt compressed like being inside a screen too small for your body. Every window they passed had movement. Not people, figures, motionless, outlined by soft backlight. No faces, just watching. Kara whispered, "Don't look at them," Liam whispered back. "They're already looking at us." She made it to the main road. No cars, no sound, just the glow of a gas station sign ahead flickering, glitching. She ran toward it. Halfway there, her breath caught. There was a bus stop bench, one of those with digital ads. But the screen wasn't showing a product. It showed her, live, walking toward it, angle from behind, as if the bench itself had eyes. And in the corner, the blinking red text. Recording live stream. One viewer. Then it ticked up. 0000002 0000003 0000004. Liam grabbed her hand tighter. "They're joining again," he whispered. The gas station was locked. No one inside. The ATM screen lit up when she touched the door. Error. Access denied. This moment has already been captured. She looked up. Security cameras above. All turned. All followed her. She turned back toward the road and saw something that made her knees almost give out. Across the street, every house, every porch, every upstairs window, they were all lit now. In each one, a screen. And on each screen, her and Liam. She ran. No direction, just away. But every turn led back to something she recognized. Not from real life, from the videos. The sidewalk crack where Liam once fell and bled there. The trash can with her handwriting on a note sheet. The figure didn't move, didn't speak, only held out the tablet still glowing, though it was nothing but melted ruin. The screen pulsed once, then showed static, then her, Kara, sitting on her bed, eyes half closed, mouth slightly open. Not recent footage, older, much older. Her hair was longer. The wallpaper behind her was different, a pattern she hadn't seen since before Liam was born. She blinked at the image. "I don't remember this," she whispered. Liam didn't answer. He was staring at the figure. Not scared, just confused. On the tablet, the video glitched forward. A dozen clips flickering in rapid sequence. Kara, standing in the hallway, looking into a mirror that showed two versions of her. Liam, asleep, but twitching like someone was whispering to him in reverse. A crawl space, opening on its own. A red light blinking inside. A screen in the floor. Her face without eyes. A shadow at the foot of her bed. A man she'd never seen, smiling through her son's voice. Then the screen froze on one final frame. Her, looking directly into the camera, mouth open, as if about to scream. Caption below, end of playback. Would you like to watch again? Yes. No. She didn't press anything, but the choice selected itself. Yes. The screen blinked, loaded, and a new video began. File, home, memory, start, record 1, MP4. Timestamp, 3:19 a.m. date. 7 years ago, the image showed Kara, curled up in a blanket, holding a sealed box. Unwrapping it, pulling out a brand new tablet, smiling, looking toward the camera, saying, Liam's gonna love this. And behind her, a shape leaned in through the doorway, watching, recording. Already there. Kara fell to her knees. The wind around her carried no sound, only a low, endless hum, not mechanical, not human. A sound meant to be remembered, not heard. And she realized something with perfect, absolute clarity. She had never watched the tablet. The tablet had always watched her. It had recorded her birth, her steps, her child, her dreams. And now, it was done. And all that was left was playback. Somewhere in the dark, in a quiet house, in a corner bedroom, a new tablet powers on. A child's face lights up on the screen. Not Liam, someone else. The gallery opens, dozens of files, one marked. First viewer, Kara. Last seen, outside. Status, archived. And a new one begins recording. Timestamp, 3:19 a.m.